jumping into today's video, we're going to go over the Trump token, MAGA. This is the meme coin I think is going to make the biggest gains this cycle, this bull run, especially with the election year. So let's get into it today and want to break down why I think this is a great trade and just how high this can go. Also, if you wait to the end, I'm going to look for how you can get entries in this. And if you have a small bag and you want to turn a small bag into a large bag this cycle, how you can do that trade in this Trump token. Really following the momentum here, so you don't have to just buy this and hold it, buy this and hope for the best. You can get in when the momentum's bullish and get out when the momentum's bearish and lock in your gains. We've seen a lot of these setups happen again and again on Trump coin. If you've been in the Sistine Research Discord, I'd recommend following that. Forrest called this so early, so definitely go check out Sistine Research. Forrest is the GOAT. Called this really when it was just a couple of cents, and we're up massively from there. But I want to show you how you can get some continuation plays on this, how you can get in early and really ride the momentum. If you're a bystander right now, how you can also get on this as well. So firstly, let's go over the tokenomics. Here we are on Coin Market Cap. You can see here that unlike XRP, unlike HBAR, the circulating supply, we have a lot of the tokens already on the market. So there's only 11% or 10.5% of tokens set aside that can still come onto the market and dilute here. So definitely nowhere near as much inflation as you have some other coins, which is a very, very positive thing, especially for such a low cap. The fully diluted market cap, that includes the lock tokens or the ones off exchanges, is only 222 million. So when we compare this to other meme coins, you see that the Trump token comes in 273rd in coin market cap. So election year, Donald Trump, he's like the most, I don't know if I want to get into politics, but yeah, he's certainly memeable. Whether you think he's good or not, all aside, we're just here to make money in crypto. So how high can this go? Well, certainly you can see it could take the place of a lot of these. And you have to think in a bull run, these are all going to go up in terms of market cap. So when you can compare this to, could it get as high as SHIB at 5.5 billion or Dogecoin? Let's look at those in a bull run. So if we take a look at Dogecoin, obviously the biggest meme coin there is, and we look at this in terms of market cap, right now we're sitting at 10 billion. However, in a bull run, you see that a lot of money comes flowing in, and this thing's run up as high as 84 billion market cap. So a lot of money here. If we were to take the median price here, it'd be about 20 billion, which would be huge. I think that's 100x for where we are at MAGA right now at 200 million. Comparing this, maybe more realistic, if we were to look at SHIB and look at this in terms of market cap. So in the bull run, SHIB got up here to a high of 40 or 39 billion, and then a median up here of 14 billion. So 14 billion, I've done the math. If you have 14 billion divided by where we are now, 200 million, that'd be a 70x from where we are in Trump coin, and put the Trump token around $300. So certainly from where we are, that 70x from 470 cents, I think is $330. However, let's look at the chart now. Is this a good buy right now? Where can we get in? It's been quite unforgiving for getting you entries. If you're waiting to get this cheap, it just seems to tear, breakout, tear. However, I want to show you one setup using the RSI. We have the RSI here on the 12-hour. The higher up the time frame you go in terms of RSI, the more accurate this is going to be, but you're going to get much fewer trade opportunities. And in an unforgiving coin that's ripping in a bull market, maybe this is not going to give you it. So perhaps you might get stopped out a couple of times on this, but you'll be in the market. And then those times when you get in and you have momentum in a Trump coin, they're really going to repay when you can get in and ride this early. So you can see here, let's look at the RSI on the 12-hour. This line here, let's make this thicker actually. So this thin white line is the 50 level on the RSI. Lots of people use the oversold and overbought regions here, but as you can see, this when it got oversold here, you wouldn't want to sell, obviously, and that's how a lot of people use the RSI. They use it incorrectly. The better way to do it is look at this mid-level here, the median, and use this in terms of momentum. When we're above this with the RSI, we've got bullish momentum. When we get down below, we have bearish momentum. You can see here, we get back down below, we kind of falter, we break that down again, we fail to get above. But when we get above this in a sustained way, look at this huge pump here, huge rally. Yes, 700% here. So when we get above this 50 level, it's huge. Now, if you miss this initial pump, You want to get in when we look for the momentum to reset. So you can see here, if we go back down here, here the momentum broke above the 50 level. We had this huge pump, and then momentum came to reset. It didn't break back down below, because if it broke back down below, it would be bearish momentum, and we want to be out the market. But what happened here, this allowed the RSI to reset. So here we can get continuation, and that's exactly what happened here. The momentum continued to the upside, the RSI reset, and we continued. So in a trending market, when there's hype in a bull run like we are in, you want to use this. This is actual alpha you can use for other coins as well. Here, this 50 level gives us a great entry point if we miss the initial pump to get in and continue. You can see here, this 50 level is giving us great entries on the RSI to continue this trend and get in and run this upwards. When we add TA to this, we can look at Trump tends to sweep liquidity and trap late sellers. So you can see here, we have this line is, let's make this green, stop losses. Stop losses may be hiding below here, hiding below here. What does the coin do? It comes back in, it takes out those stop losses. So if you had your stop loss there, we would have taken those stops, taken that liquidity, and a big order got filled, and then we pumped with this trend line breakout. What happens again here? We have, let's see, these lows. So this stop loss is now below here. Stop losses below here. We come around, we take out those stop losses, we reclaim, break out the trend line. We get above the 50 RSI and absolutely pump here. And this has happened continuously on the Trump coin. Again, we have this triangle kind of breakout. We take out the lows, get above the 50 level, pump. Here we actually didn't. I suppose we did just tinily. We swept this level, ran up and continued. Here again, the same thing. We came down, we swept the lows, reclaimed the level, and ran up. And that was also a 50 RSI reset. So yeah, this is what we want to see here. So where are we now? And do we have this kind of setup? Well, we have this kind of breakout mean trend line. You can say, are we coming to this point or not? So if we can come back down here, what we'd also need would be this 12-hour RSI to reset back here. The momentum, you can see we're a little bit overbought. So you could buy in here. However, you're probably going to want to dollar cost average a little lower. But we'd want this RSI to come down and reset closer to this 50 level. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of this triangle, maybe sweep out these two lows, take the stop losses, reclaim the level, and have some confluence with this trend line. We've reset on the 50, we'd buy in and look for a bullish continuation. If we start closing below here on the RSI, on the 12-hour, we want to be out. And we also have closes below this bottom trend line. We want to be out so we can rebuy lower. We want to ride bullish momentum and protect our bags in case there's a pullback and get out of the market when there's bearish momentum. And then we can rebuy cheaper and then accumulate more Trump or accumulate more tokens and resell higher. Let's look at some TA here on how high can this go in the short term. Okay, there's not much we can really do here. We have to use fibs. And let's put a trend-based fib extension on here. If we take the low to the high and back down to the low, we can get some price targets. So we are, next price target, if we just take this, snap it to the high, the 127 would be come in at just under $7. The 1618, $8.82, and then all the way up here at the 2618, $14. So huge targets for Trump. But with the election year, I'm going to be looking to trade this all the way up until the election in November. So we've got, 10 months to really capitalize on this. The other bullish things, let's look at the interest in crypto over time. If we take this 12 months, you can see we're starting to really peak here. Let's do 5 years. However, we're nowhere near we have been in the bull market. So there's still a lot of momentum to come here. Trump. Okay, Google Trends. Is Trump trending over time? Because if Trump's in the newspaper more, he's in the newspaper online, on YouTube, getting publicity there more, it's only going to drive more publicity to the token. And the team are actually still holding Twitter Spaces weekly. So you can see here, we are trending upwards for the last 12 months for Donald Trump and Google. So huge positive things here. I wouldn't buy in now. However, I'd look to do the 12-hour continuation pattern with using the RSI 50 level on Trump coins. So let me know, what other alts are you looking at? What other meme coins are you looking at? Doge, SHIB. I like Pepe and Bonk and also WIF here, but that's about it. I'm all in on Trump and I plan on trading this into the November election. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Cheers.